Houston. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. Alongside Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go from NRG Stadium. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters.
Tonight's start to the drive, a gain of 10 and a quick first down.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
In motion now, it's Collins. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And that is incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. Now it's going to be third down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They get 18 on the pitching catch. First down for Houston.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Tank Dell.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. Will find his man, that's Jaden Higgins. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
10 yards. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
It's a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
First and goal, and here's Montgomery. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
Now here's second and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. Terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Texans will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Bills nothing.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. A dangerous Nicole Hardman on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024 at quarterback, Josh Allen.
And I'm not sure I enjoy watching any quarterback in the league more than I enjoy watching Josh Allen. I mean, he's a bit of a throwback in terms of his play style. I mean, he's just as likely to throw a 65-yard bomb for a touchdown as he is in 4th and short to run over the middle linebacker. I mean, he plays with such a hard, aggressive style. There's not a lot of guys built like him, Mike, and I'll tell you what, he's a blast to watch.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 31, here is second and 7. From the gun, throw here for Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Allen on third down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, to punt. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. Texans offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold them to a gain of 2.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. That's to the running back, David Montgomery. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Throw caught by Dell on the outside. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. One more time for Montgomery. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, He was able to create nothing out of nothing.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And the Texans.
A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Texans first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
In motion now, it's Collins. 2nd down, Montgomery. And he will score! David Montgomery. Touchdown, Houston.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans move out on top. 14-0.
14. Bills nothing.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Hardman now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bills' offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st and 10.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
A gain of
12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, Buffalo.
1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Buffalo.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So that's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Allen goes with the pop pass. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Allen. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This from 40 yards out. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back set to go once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Going to set up to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Second down, they need 7. Now, Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And their lead will stay right where it is.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. He's looking deep for Shakir. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bills offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. From the gun, Josh Allen. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
3rd and 2. Here we go. We'll try and run here with Cook. Good work on the ground. He's got it. 1st down. Up and about the 42.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Bills 1st down. A 5-yard
Really nice play call there that time. I think early on the quarterback realized pretty quickly, Mike, this is a light box. We got to take advantage of it. They get the right run call dialed up, and they're able to move the chains.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. That is intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Montgomery. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of
14 on the pickup. 1st down for Houston.
1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll get forward for a couple. C.J. Gardner-Johnson from the back makes the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. On the ground, Montgomery. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
The big guys are on. Jumbo set here for 1st and goal. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
2nd and goal. Stroud. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
from the gun here on third down. It's Stroud. And he'll take this one in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Texas. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Texans 21, Bills 3.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here is Bell on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Gun, here's Allen. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here is Allen. Right back to Moore, another grab. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Reed Blankenship on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Texans' 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. That one too far out in front to be brought in. And it's incomplete. James Cook, the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances, but in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they time it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the 1st down.
Play action. It's Allen. That one intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game, like these receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
The Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On 2nd down, Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
The Texans getting all set to punt. Nicole Hardman deep to return. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Bills offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Going to make the read and hold on here. And he maneuvers his way forward. A gain of 6.
Kamari Lassiter on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Fourth quarter begins with a run by Cook. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss on his way to a nice pickup of 7.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Allen now on 2nd down. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. Good for a Bills 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Pickup of 14 as he takes it to the 14. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
That one's complete. It's Ray Davis. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
3rd and 2. Now Allen. And he's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10.
Bills 10.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. One of the tight ends motions right. They'll go play action with Stroud. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stroud. That one is caught by Collins.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
3rd, they need 8. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun. Throw here for Allen. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
A loss of 2 yards.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Allen on 3rd down, and that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That one a bit high, but it's complete. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Allen to his tight end, Kincaid, and the Bills have a 1st down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? They'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
It's no secret, this offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field, and a few kneel-downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. First and 10, it's Montgomery. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Second down and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And now it's 4th down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
This is returnable for Hardman. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
To the middle of the field. Caught by Shakir. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Buffalo.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Bills 1st down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
The Bills going to use their final timeout here. Clock is starting. 21 seconds to go in the game.
At the 19-yard line.
Now, 2nd and 4. Allen going to throw again. They'll go back to Shakir. He's got another one. And he's out of bounds with the 1st down. So they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
And really, it's the interceptions that continue to be a problem, and he's lucky he didn't add to that total. I mean, defender had an opportunity to add another one to the mix, and he just has to do a better job making decisions, finding the open target, and stop forcing bad throws.
Throw once more. Here's Allen. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
And the crowd a major factor now as we get to 3rd down. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So While they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for two.
The Bills are lining up for a two-point conversion.
To the air once more is Allen. That's caught. So they get the two-point conversion, and all of a sudden that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Down to a knee. And that should put the finishing touches on this one. So it's a win here for the Texans. And right away,